you know, and see what the outcome comes at the end. Then you can kind of analyze, get serious again.
Live action, Igarashi, a small away, but some nice steepness to it. A little flick off the top from him into the bottom turn. Beautiful layback, gouging turns.
So quickly. This was a very dynamic finish move here. You know, that layback snap, we've been critical of these snaps, but this one here, into it, into the lip, and gets the release out of it. Mid-range 6. That had him in the lead, but then I think we saw Mesinas just go completely bonkers, because it looks like he has found himself an 8-point ride. And that was just quickness. Look at how just hammering the lip 4 times. And right
up
there.
to a couple of Mateus's waves too. He's locked in a 7.5 and a 7.03, so watch for some airtime, dare I say, on these couple of waves. Big full rotation. He's got those things on lock. We saw him doing them in next.
13 minutes in this one.
Yeah, Frederico just picking the right wave again, signature turn there from the Portuguese, but he's been really impressive in his wave selection in all his heats. So, you know, probably gonna be a good to excellent scoring.
Kind of result for the women. I think this heat is very critical in order to solidify a spot in that top 6. And we are already seeing Sawyer Lindblad putting up numbers. She has been on point on this little left rip trestles and these little quick lefts. She's been able to fire off a couple major turns and even finding a right off this sandbank and doing that kind of stuff, which has earned her big points. I mean, that's already at 15 points in the first 10 minutes of a heat. That feels really good.
She's make swinging, it happen. And she's swinging this wave, looks amazing. Just goes down so clean. There's a savage cut down. And there's a big 2-turn combination. She needed
anxious, but she just nailed this one. 2 huge bottom turn, top turn combos. That one there, the finish in the lip with the tail chuck. Yeah, you'd have to say this is probably going to go excellent, because that was excellent style of surfing.
So clean, this wave, and there she goes, just jams it, pulls the karate chop, and then this bit to the lip. The judges like that. She released the fin, so she had variety. She just probably the only thing she didn't have was a, you know, probably a 3rd or 4th turn. It didn't matter.
Those, the right, as we see, you know, that's 7.17, and that's why he got the score. You know, a lot of amplitude, a lot of strength, using his big build really to
face plants on the way out. But here Kanoa goes. Archie, what's he got here?
Yeah, probably he was waiting for that wave for a long time. Huge first carve, another snap, and probably a strong again finish. You know, he waited for a good reason and really unloading on that wave for
the 783 arts. Let's get a look.
Yeah, the right under delivering. Nice first turn, really throwing some spray. Nice hack there. Managed to get 3 or 4 turns, and maybe with the big finish, because as you said, Paul, 7.83. So that's gonna be, you know, probably
a big thing to travel the world as a 16-year-old. So she'll make a tour. There's a big move from Robinson.
Well, someone has a word about it.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, obviously Caitlin's apprenticeship basically to go on the CT, you take it up. But Robinson, she's fighting back. Different approach. She's got these 2-turn combos.
The first exchange went
a couple of days ago. Meanwhile, Kanoa, he's just staying busy, and you think this air game's going to come in at some stage. Here he goes, banging down the line.
With this little rip ball, I mean...
He's just got those on lock. Comes around the corner. He's looking sharp. I know he's always looked pretty sharp, doesn't he, Leo? But I just sense he feels like he's on point.
He's, you know, and there he is, you know, and he's always got these type of maneuvers on lock. He's one of those surfers that will finish most of his waves and, you know, mix it up. He's got variety. He's good in everything. He feels at home in Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. And down the line, we see Kanoa pulling the trigger on a smaller wave, but he's got a ramp coming his way. Just tags it instead. Just surfing to the current heat situation.
Wow,
and that's why he's so smart. I think Leo, a lot of people may have went
more than a 4. You know, he was thinking about the air at first, but then he's like, okay, let me do 2 big turns. And that was a really nice turn into a strong layback, you know, getting that tail to drift. That's a very difficult turn to do, putting in some risk, and I'm sure the judges will he's trying to like throw a pizza. Well, he does that better than anybody and makes it look like some big turns.
Well, there's
some we missed the first turn on that, but there must have been a big turn. Yeah, here off the bottom. That's a strong wow, that's a strong backhand turn. That 2 big turns to open up the wave and a 3rd into a 4th finish. That's a big score.
That's
4 turns out there, no pumps in between.
Bourez. Let's get a look at it, Archie.
Yeah, definitely that right suiting Michel, and first really vertical fins free first turn, and then power hack there, typical from Michel, and then another strong, just really using his power with subtle and accurate surfing, and even like destroying that 1 foot.
Third turn, that's good stuff.
Yep, there's an improvement, but watch out the back.
Big hacks from India Robinson, who's hit her strides here, and she's belting this one several times, gets a little wiggle adjustment and belts it again. So throwing a lot of spray.
It's a heat.
That'll feel
2.83. It's important to see what Brisa has done here too, because that was a nice hack. The 3-turn combo, they're very, this is actually, this is India's wave. So again, just rattling off moves. Didn't really get that super connection with the lip until then. And yeah, a little no claim. So wow, what an exchange. And this is the judges' work now, because they're gonna have to differentiate who got the best of it. Definitely getting the quantity of maneuvers here going to India. And you wonder about the quality.
To come in, we've got a set swing in 2. We've got a final on our hands here. Here goes Hennessy, and she's off the bottom hard with a ton of speed. She throws a big spray. There's another really committed turn. So 2 turns for her.
And well, get to look at this one. 2 solid turns here on a major set wave. Beautiful hack, especially that first one, throwing lots of spray. Second one, hooking underneath it. Feels like maybe a slight improvement for Brisa. We'll see. And look at the score in for India. She actually got the lead.
Wow, huge number in for India Robinson. 7-8-3 for those combinations of massive maneuvers. And another number comes in for Brisa Hennessy. Wow, it's all happening here.
Both these guys are obviously power servers, but they've got in the locker. And Bourez, he's sticking to the right, so it's going to be a nice first turn. The Spartan is so powerful. And let's see what he did on this one, Pete.
Wow, they get, the rip bowl is coming to life with this fuller tide. Little roundhouse cutty. Again, that projection floater. Nice section here. Gets that tail waft. Beautiful control. And a little cutty right onto the sand. And so I'd say if there's any fatigue, it's not showing in Connor. That was precision at its finest. Look at that wafting tail. That is going to be one of his best numbers for sure.
Yeah, I love that. He's adding that spice. He's not afraid to add risk. These guys at the top of their game. Talk about the Alain Rowe, Doug Marsh, but he has pulled the trigger. Conor OLeary up and hand, nice first turn. Just adjust his feet there mid-turn. Nice swooping cut back. He'll look to add some spice on this inside. He's ramping up here. Here he goes. Got some speed and a big air and lands it clean. And that's a nice aerial. You talk about that. He does out of this one. I might get you to talk this through, Peter. Had a lot going on here.
Wow, he went straight up, and that's tough to do on a quick wave on the outside with limited juice in it. Now it starts to pick up some extra steam, and then boom, gets the grab. The slob puts you right over the top of your board, so it's easier landing, but it's also really cool looking and steezy.
And that man is one happy man. Look at this Aussie flag there. It's had a few wins. The Parkos and the Fannings have flown that flag on this beach many times before. That's a type of...
There's Wade under their one arm. He's under the right arm.
Strong. There's an ox.
Is that Cooper in the other one?
Yeah, Chapman's there. They're the 3 that have been travelling together in the cars and the apartments. So they've been really tight and working a lot together at home.